Today's episode of the Meet the Brave podcast is powered by Northwest Pizza and Pasta, where if you think the pizza is good, try hands down the best wings in the valley. Nobody, nobody. I should turn that shit into a rap.
Nobody.
Only right.
Does it like NWP.
Straight up.
Order now online for takeout, delivery, or pull up in that thing. Shout it. You know what I'm saying? Today's episode of the Meet the Brave podcast is powered by Uplifters. That's Uplifters with no vowels. Black-owned space, providing space for Black creators, inventors, and doing powerful things like creating their own original content. Executive produced by our very own Alexius Franklin. You heard? Winning Formulas is out now. Episode 4
is coming soon.
That's what I'm talking about. Check out Winning Formula on uplifters.com and all things Black-owned, especially here in the town. Today's episode of the Meet the Brave podcast is powered by the REEF studio downtown Oakland, specializing in multi-tracking, audiobooks, podcasting, raps. You want to kick your little raps? Come kick your little raps. You know what I'm saying? You can get your raps off and do your thing. That's the REEF Studios. For all inquiries, hit the REEF Studios on IG. Slide in the DM and try to book your time now. Slots are filling up, so don't be the lame that didn't come get a record done at the REEF because you being lame that didn't get a record done at the REEF. Last but not least, our brother Alexius Franklin and Let's Bubble Productions does all things video for Meet the Brave, but also does all things video for people who just know what the hell is going on and want to tell their stories. Great. Tap in with Let's Bubble Productions for all your filmmaking needs, visuals, if you want to be as fly as we are. So I think that's, you know what we do when we do what we do when we do what we do when we here. It's the Meet the Brave podcast. I am Meet. Woo. It's the Meet the Brave podcast. I am Mani Draper.
I am LG.
Lex B-U-B.
I am Meet the Brave. I am Meet the Brave. Ain't nobody coming to see you, niggas. I am Meet the Brave. What's up, bros? How are y'all feeling?
Good, man. How are you?
Oh, man. Our first week back was awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of people reached out. I'm just like, glad y'all back. Deal specifically, B-Walk. It means a lot when you know the squad is not necessarily waiting, but they glad to see you in good health. Special, I love you. Thank you for reaching out. That really, really meant the world. Shay, everybody, man, it really meant the world to know that we got a community and we've been building a community. And I want to speak to that, but I want to check in on y'all first. Lex, you okay?
I'm good.
You all right, my guy?
Waiting on these announcements, but still sitting.
You just gotta do. Hey, it's that ether, the shit that make your soul burn slow. You gotta do. Sometimes you just gotta let it marinate. No updates. No like shifting updates. But as you can tell, if you tuned in and you tune in with us all the time, you can clearly see we're in a new space, a new location. I want to send a special shout out to my brother Tunde and everything that he's doing with his line, Ade, and then my brother Darius and Ade Hourvoyses. This is Darius' photos, and we're in their gallery today. Their art space, their living vision board is, from creative to meetings. We held a workshop here the other day, like all, I was hella inspired by that episode of Sneaker Shopping, Joe LaPuma and Pharrell, and they went to his spot in Miami. And it's like, yo, what is this? And he called it something fly. Like the nigga just couldn't say this is my store, or this is my studio. He called it something else that I gotta go look up. But it was essentially like, whatever idea I want to manifest, I have a space to put it together and get to see it. I have it be in beta, test it, have people come give feedback. I like this, I don't like that. And I really love that Black creators got that going. Like, come on, pull up, bro. Like, just come slide on me. And let's have dialogue, let's share space, share ideas, kick shit back and forth. Hey, I'm listening to this, I'm reading this, I'm watching this. Did you see this? You ain't seen this? Bro, I'm about to go down here. But just putting each other on and being inspired. And I was thinking about that in context of the show. That's essentially what we do. I have so many people here just be like, yo, I had to go watch this because y'all niggas talked about it on the show. Now I'm watching it. Or I just read it because I heard Elle say it on the show. And so when you're trying to figure out value, and especially in regards to culture, like what are you bringing? I do believe it's imperative and do think it's essential of putting people on. Like it's not something we are quite able to quantify yet in its value, but I know what it's done for me. I know what it's done for my cipher, and then just moving forward, especially with y'all, because we all, we share our similarities. We got a lot in common, but we're all unique. We have our nuances, our quirks that make us go, and you niggas Lex got me shrooming, y'all. I'm snitching.
Straight up.
Lex got me out here taking shrooms.
That's the side effect.
Snitching is the side effect.
Just straight to it.
You just start telling on, just walk around telling on people. Yeah, I definitely took myself on one. Black Achilles, happy birthday, bro. Love you. Easily. People say that shit all the time. One of my favorite rappers, no. Nigga, I don't know. And when I say I know few niggas that are fucking with Black Achilles rap-wise, pure alien. It's an honor to know him. It's an honor to be crew. It's an honor to call him brother. Happy birthday, bro. Thank you for just letting me rock and be down and experience the album. He's got an incredible project on the way. That's how he chose to celebrate his birthday. Hill pulled up and made some fire-ass Jamaican food, rice and peas, some lamb. Like, it was... And then, next thing I know, it's a baggie being handed around. It's like, hey, do what you do. And pew! Taste the air.
To the moon, Alice?
To the moon. It was great, though. It was great. Until it wasn't. But it was great.
I told you, it can go left real fast.
But I do feel like...
Have you ever melted when you were in those shrooms?
Not really melted,
No.
but I have had an experience where I was outside and all the grass turned to snakes.
I'd rather melt. I don't fuck with snakes at all. I'd much rather melt. What's up, bros? I don't like asking you what's up, and because I know you be like, "Ooh, I want to tell him, but I can't tell him. But I want to tell him. I got it." How much longer you think we got? Because it's killing me.
Oh, it's killing me. I'm just gonna say right now, what, a month.
Okay.
I'm giving myself a month.
How do you? Because I hit G when I was down, just checking in. Like nigga was having moments of clarity, so I was like, I miss my niggas, man. I need to check in. And I was like, what I say to you? I was like, I'm realizing that I'm not nearly as patient as I thought I was. Like, not even fucking close. Like, and then it don't help when people compliment you on that attribute, so you really start to think like, oh, nigga, I am patient. And then that's the whole. Got a whole tune. Me, Tune, and Mike Nichols were talking about the perception of hustling, and what that's actually rooted in scarcity, and you kind of work in a circle when you break down the economics of selling nickel bags, and you really should just go to McDonald's for real, like to save yourself the headache. But that's really what it was for the discovery for me. Was like, bruh, I be just doing shit to fill space and to fill the void of, nope, sit your ass down, rest, or sit with your thoughts. And some truths get exposed or some weaknesses get exposed. So I just be doing hella busy work so I can avoid the noise. Mm-hmm. And while if I cut my workload by 3/4, my efficiency, my output, and the type of experiences I want to create and have and gain equity from would grow so much larger and so much faster. Because less is more. We know that on some real shit. But that was my discovery. So now, nigga, I'm saying no to everything. Monakey, no, I can't. I gotta be in bed by 8, nigga. Leave me alone.
You know the answer. No.
It's exposing a lot. But I'm sorry. This
Answer a question for yourself, nigga. No.
But I was asking, how are you dealing with the purgatory, with the excitement, with the managing the expectations? Because this is. You've moved past. Shout out to Pops. I think it was Push. Hit me about the dream shit, and nigga he was in tears. He was like, "Bro, that's the same conversation I had with my dad. Nigga, dreams, what?" But you're so past the point of this being a dream. You've invested into yourself, with no expectation of a career in the film industry or like a job in the film industry, an investor, an angel investor. you've taken your hard-earned money, transitioned it into your passion, and then took the next step to make Let's Bubble a business. How are you dealing with all the human shit that comes with like, oh nigga, this might be my break?
Conversations. Honestly, the last conversation I had with you helped a lot about just being patient. Because like I thought I was patient until every time I get the message, oh, it's gonna be a little bit longer, hang in there. And I'm like, bruh.
Nigga, the hang in there is sick.
Yeah.
What does that mean? I don't know what does hang in there mean?
Hey, hang in there means, nigga, you better have some long bread. you better have a nice cloud fund.
You got some bread to supplement your hanging in there? Nigga, I don't. I absolutely don't.
So it was like having that conversation with you because remember I told you, I was like, man, I'm ready to bust a dance move and just, if it comes, it comes. And then he was like, you might want to think about that, Lex. And after that conversation, I realized instead of putting all that nervous energy into worrying about when is it coming and all that, I started writing again. I actually started working on the concept me and you had about, the only thing I will say is it has to do with the car rental.
Got you. That's one of our earliest ideas. That's when Lex and I identified that we were gonna be fucking Seth Rogen and his writing partner and just make shit, like have a notebook of ideas and then just over the years go back and do, I think we can do this one now. Because Sausage Party was something that they had for years, wasn't it? Like that wasn't a new idea that they developed. That was something that they had. Most of the films that he ended up producing and directing were in that vein, right? Am I
tripping? That, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. In the original version of Superbad, it was supposed to be Seth and the dude that he writes with. Wow. Were supposed to be the two kids, but
they figured if they put somebody else in there to have the impact that it did, they
aged out.
They aged out. Okay.
So it's like,
damn.
That's what Good Boys?
Nah,
Superbad.
Oh, Superbad.
Yeah. So I just started like.
I wonder if Superbad is better because of that.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah, I think being separated from it, you probably get a better chance of like adding some things in that you wouldn't have had before.
Right, you make some niggas do some shit that you aren't willing to do. They tried it.
I would have never thought of that, but now I'm like,
I would have never. I'm not putting on period pants, man. You got it. I'm sorry, but what were you about to?
Nah, I was just saying. So it's like
eyes are crying.
These eyes are crying. Bum 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 bum.
Bro, that is still one of the funniest scenes ever, bro. That and then, bro, the way he got hit by that car, to get hit from the back, bro, and then like your knees buckle and go forward, bro, is the funniest shit ever.
Oh man, you're right, and so you're right. You're writing more now.
Yeah, so writing and just letting outlining that idea, fleshing it out.
Yeah.
And I also came up with the concept that everything I make is going to be all in one universe. So I'm saying that now on this podcast.
That's fire. Everything is going to be intertwined.
Yeah.
Who successfully pulled that off? Tarantino's close, but there feels like there's a disconnect between like Django and fucking Once Upon a Time. But but even in those, there's callbacks and stuff.
Andy said that it's like, if you watch the movies, he was like, there's certain movies that are in the actual universe he's created.
Yeah.
And then some of his movies are actually movies that in that universe they would watch on TV.
Oh, okay.
So.
Same universe though.
Yeah.
That's fire. Because, damn, that's fire, Lex. How, was that the Shrooms?
No, that wasn't. Like, this was actually just me sober.
That was a clear thought.
Yeah, that was the clear thought. That was just me. Like I said, I've been having a lot of nervous energy and anxiety and shit. I've been tapping in with a lot of people, just trying to find a way to keep calm about all this. So,
well, in the spirit of filmmakers, both of you, in my mind, like, granted, whether the credits have come yet and accolades, you guys are. I am forecasting that you two will be held as two of the greatest filmmakers ever. So, with that, nigga, what the fuck happened this week, and what dope were all the storytellers on? Ye pull up with his live experience and make a nigga cry.
Bro.
Keem and Kendrick come and just blow shit up. Like, that felt like a terrorist attack.
Bro.
I feel, I'm offended. I don't appreciate that shit. Westside Gunn is a fucking genius. He knew his look was coming. Nigga, his album, the alert went off when he walked out of the door in the Donda shit. Like the nigga walked out of the door and my phone went, Westside Gunn just dropped. I said, oh my God, this nigga's brilliant. What? But fuck all that.
I'm glad folks was using that moment that way.
But wait, that still don't top Candyman got everybody scared. Grown niggas. I seen grown niggas tweet, hey man, look here. Candyman fucked me up when I was a kid. I don't need to run it back. that was the horror film that did it.
Yeah. I ran it back.
Candyman is up there. Candyman is definitely up there. Like the...
What? Gee. I seen Candyman the first time, not at your house.
Yeah.
And been scarred forever.
Yeah, I mean, Candyman is like the spirituality of it has always been like something that separated it. So it's completely different than like some of the shit that folks grew up on. Like when it comes to like, you know, Michael Myers being a boogeyman, fucking, what is that?
Hold on, Freddy. Hear you answer.
Hey.
Hey, what are you doing?
How can we help you?
Who's we?
Us. You in the middle of the pod. Do not incriminate yourself.
Wait. Oh, you so felt fake for that.
What tone was that?
I don't even know.
That's the lights, camera, action. As soon as the lights come on. Oh, hi.
Nah, but call me back though.
Love you, cuz. I'll call you back. All right. That's hella funny.
That's calm.
Oh, hey. Oh, you fake. You were saying, G, the spirituality has set Candyman apart.
Yeah, that separated it from like the other stuff that was around that time. Because a lot of stuff that we were getting a lot of slasher films. We were getting like a lot of like unfinished storylines that you don't really like. There's no way that some of these characters can like continuously outlive themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it'd just be like, all right, bro. But Candyman, man, they came in like completely startled fucking people to their core because it was dealing with like folks in their true poverty-stricken storylines that we have like in the hood and shit like that. So it's interesting. It's interesting with like Jordan Peele and them taking that story and then like, you know, just going on with it. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, so this is a Lex thing, but I can't wait to. I just haven't had the opportunity to. So
before because we know you saw it, and you can do your what do you call a review that doesn't give away anything? The reviews aren't supposed to give away anything.
A review with no spoilers.
Gotcha. Review with no spoiler. Before Lex gets to his review with no spoilers, to your point, G, I've always deemed the shit that isn't based on some superhuman, morphin, fictitious shit way more terrifying. So the fact that the Candyman nigga could exist was always a little bit more real to me. Or when you fast forward all the way to Get Out, nigga, that wasn't based on nothing that was like far-fetched. Like that could happen. So this is a little more terrifying.
No, it's a better chance of that happening. Like, given the location of it, and then like the amount of like generational wealth that could be passed down.
Right.
Yes, it's a given at that time.
That you're more likely to encounter that than fucking Michael Myers walking and catching you.
That is why, as a black person, I refuse to put donor on my tag. Like, you ain't about to, no.
Man.
No, I'm not giving you consent to do anything.
Do nothing.
Yes, nah.
Do nothing.
You can say that's selfish all you want to, but nah. You ain't about to set me up to donate my organs, man.
Reviews with no spoilers. Lex, take us home.
I'm just going to say, go see it.
Wait, not to put your business out there. How did you go see it?
I was off shrooms. And like I said...
I would never.
But see, this is the second...
I don't know how you did it.
This is like... I'm saying it now in the pod. I'm not doing it no more. I did it with the second It movie, and that didn't go well. And then I hit you guys.
And if anybody's seen the second It movie, me and Lex was talking about this, but the type of like depth perception they were playing with the camera views and like how they did the characters in that.
Yeah.
It's no fucking way. I don't know how Lex was able to watch that shit off that.
Cause I'm a madman. That's the only
obviously, bro. Like I wouldn't survive that shit,
man.
Like once I saw that lady coming running and she was small to like big to huge. Nah, bro, I can't do that shit.
Yeah, and like I told you guys when I pulled up at the house, the only thing I was thinking was where all the mirrors are and where the reflection is, so I know not to look. I felt like a hoe around a really angry pimp. I just looked at the floor the whole time. I'm just gonna look at my feet and just keep walking.
Lex in his car writing down like writing a map of his house and like all the locations about
like I think I can remember this.
But the other thing I want to say is the movie is shot beautiful.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? Wow.
Like it looks stunning. And I was very happy about
that. I'm excited now. I plan to. I do not plan to do it drug induced. Like
no, don't.
I've had some insane trips lately. Revealed I got some shit going on, right? So the last thing I need to do is walk into a movie theater on anything.
Real quick, now do you understand why I say, do not do shrooms for the first time, lock yourself in a dark room by yourself? You ain't supposed to do that.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh,
now do you understand why I was trying to...
What?
Because we was at the video shoot for the song with you and Raj.
With me and Raj?
Yeah.
By the way, damn, that was, yeah.
Remember when we were having the conversation and he was like, man, I think I'm about to do shrooms for the first time. I'm just going to go in a dark room. And I was like, no.
Please don't do that.
You don't do that like that for the first time. You got to build yourself up to be.
Hey, Raj, sorry. Hey, sorry we just dry snitching on the pod. But, yeah, my nigga, he knows I love him.
I didn't even say Raj's name. You got
to get out of there.
You know.
Say Candyman 5 times and Kendrick shows the fuck up.
Yeah.
What is happening, you guys? I don't want to try in an attempt to big up Kendrick. I don't want to dwarf King's brilliance.
No.
At all. No.
That entire experience was just absolutely amazing. PG Lang, Day Free, Dot, their whole team. But then Keem's performance on both Donda and then this Family Ties shit was just out of this world. The movement, I was telling me, Poe, and Freak were watching this, like, bruh, does a beat change 3 or 4 times? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. Look at the conversion rate. We have to because of the pod, so we know how long people are listening when they from the initial time they press play. How long are they committed to it? Mm-hmm. With songs, it's crazy because what they used to allow to be identified at the song, you had to have over 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now it's slowly and gradually coming back to like, do you need 90 seconds? Do you need, you know what I'm saying? It's strange, mm-hmm. like because of the movement and because of how long people are listening. So I just thought that was brilliant to have that song move and breathe that many times with that many flows, that many styles. And then the lightness, because of his voice, because of the wild shit he's saying, there is this element of just like, oh, nigga, we just cooking and popping shit, and you can't fuck with me, and I'm so out there. If I needed to lyrical miracle you to death, nigga, I'll body you. I get that from King. I get that from Black, Denzel Curry. The niggas who showed up the niggas who showed up and did that. That you know what I can do. That's not moving the meter. Let me go make some art that's moving and breathing. And them niggas pulled up and did that shit. And then,
bro, how Mick Jenkins has been moving?
Oh, Mick. Yeah. Mick is the one.
That fucking truffle song.
G.
Yeah, like
Mick is the one who has just got that shit just dialed in. I'm glad you mentioned Mick. Salute to Mick. Rest in peace, Squeak Pivot too. The whole Pivot gang. My condolences, man. That shit wasn't lost on me. We talked about Zumbi last week, but I just thought about Wax, thought about Dawood, all the people that have ties to here. The Pivot gang as a whole is hella tapped into the Bay. The Chicago family, salute to everybody out there and trying to mourn and keep it together. There's a really, really, really intricate piece to all things Pivot gang. Saba, hold your head, brother. I don't have any words. I couldn't imagine what you're going through. But I hope that you were surrounded and insulated with love. You and the whole entire crew are figuring it out, because that oh man, sending y'all love. My bad. It just came up. I don't even know how I was talking about Mick in Chicago. But G, no, let him go last. Let him go last. Did you watch Family Ties? You seen it already?
Yeah, I watched it a few times.
You can't help but.
Yeah.
What I want to do from filmmaker first for you before we get to the music, because I went straight for the music first, but in going for the music, the film had me like this. Like I was like, bro, what's happening? So I stopped listening to the music because I was looking at the imagery. So then I had to go back so I could hear the song.
Yeah.
And then kept going back, and then kept going back, and then kept going back, and I was like, oh, these niggas cracked the code.
I kept going back to the video because I would lock on one square.
Oh, in the beginning.
Yeah.
That's the part that I was thinking too.
And then by the time I thought, there's other squares, that square would be gone.
It'd be covered. Yeah.
So I had to keep restarting it and watch all the squares because my mind that's how it works. And then it went into a deeper story of, I wonder, did they shoot the whole video in each one of those squares, or did they know they just had little segments? And so then my mind started wondering about that, and then I was like, huh. But yeah, I love that video. It's great.
Man. And then from a music perspective, did anything stand out? Did anything catch you? Like I'm trying to figure out why every time they pull up, they disrupt everything that we think is the standard, everything that we think is fly. They just come and no, none of that shit matters, nigga. This is what we own. And we the best.
I actually thought about that exact question, and then it came back to our earlier conversation last week when we were talking about, is it because they take so much time actually forming their music and sound? Instead of just rushing, we got to drop something next year, so therefore the only thing you're going to drop next year is the sound that is out now, because that's the sound most producers are stuck on. But if you take the time to form a new sound and craft it and make sure it's right, and then pitch it out, it's going to take a little bit longer.
And it's going to feel like that.
Yes.
That was...
Does Kima have, 4 singles now that's going into an album? Mm-hmm. Over the course of
him and
a year and a
Trav,
half?
Family Ties. What else?
No Sense.
No, that
Hooligans.
is a... Nigga, those are singles.
Yeah, those aren't on the album. So those are all individuals.
So now, G, before you break it down, now for Keem shit, I really want to know how they gonna finesse this algorithm play, because I know Hooligans did numbers. I know No Sense did numbers. Shit with him and Durag Activity, like
for sure.
That shit did numbers. And then now this damn near broke the internet. Mm-hmm. In the context of everything else, it was hella shit happening, and then they made everybody go, so.
Mm-hmm. Stole all that moment. But that's literally because, like, I think it's the amount of attention that you spend on other people as opposed to yourself. And I think they spend just a lot of attention on, like, what it is that they're doing, as opposed to, like, okay, this is what such and such is doing, or this is what such and such is doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think once you get to a certain level, Keem is luckily coming in at a time where, you're going to have the freedom of a PG Lang to operate underneath. Mm-hmm. So that's beautiful. And also lucky as fuck.
Yeah.
But credit to him for, this a seasoned opportunity and running with it. So that's going to be impressive, whatever. But you know, you don't really get that much opportunity to just like let shit breathe that way and find your sound and make sure that shit disrupts, you know. So it's gonna be interesting to see what that even is gonna seem like. Because Keem's done a few things. I think his music has been to this point very conducive to like festivals.
Oh,
like
what?
It crosses over to like festivals. So I'm like I don't know what the next sound is gonna be.
Not crosses over. He is the festival.
Yeah.
It's pure energy. It's every for the Keems, Vince Staples, the Tylers. Like I get really excited for like black men specifically who occupy that space. Because visually, I don't know how they feel, but visually as a fan, it's a symbol. It feels like a symbolism of freedom, artistic freedom. Maybe it's not personal, like human freedom, but at the very least, artistic freedom. And so, and that's another conversation I was hoping to have with y'all. It's so many rap niggas specifically that aren't free, that compromise, that are just trying to fit in, that are just going with the tide. And so the niggas who just come cut through and do whatever the fuck they want to do, it means a lot. And that's Kendrick every time he shows up, to me. And so that's what he represents. And then the amount of artists that were birthed because he inspired them to just say how they were really feeling. Andre 3000, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like these moments in time where these thinkers and writers and creators come through and they inspire a whole generation of folks. And then in the process, you get a yay. You know, like who's nigga is gonna do, hey, I'm gonna rent out the stadium and I'm gonna have my old house transported to the, what? And then tell a story, bro, do your thing. That's amazing. So for me as a fan, it was one of those weeks for art where I was just art overload on some fan shit. Like there was a few moments, Lex, where I had to like, it's like I want to drive. No, nigga, I want to pull over. I want to go for a walk and listen to this. This is crazy. You know, it just I'm grateful, I guess, I'm grateful that I'm still able to have that feeling. Terrified of losing it though. But I'm looking at Pharrell. Jay is on the intro of Donda. Them niggas sound like they still fans still. You know, like they sound like they've kept their fandom intact and it's servicing how they show up to creative space. Kendrick sound like he a fan still, so I'm smoking on top fives. For real. Smoking on top five. Whoever your top five is getting smoked right now.
Yeah, man, he said you've been taking his time to, you know, come up with some new flows.
But
let him do what he do.
But he says that.
Brother?
Brother. He says that shit as Ye and them are on the show trying to dead the whole smoking on ops shit. It was just like, if you were watching Donda and the Family Ties video dropped the very next day, you were like, bro, this all feels orchestrated. I'm sorry. This don't feel fragmented. I walked away from Drake's announcement on SportsCenter about Certified Lover Boy, into the Family Ties trailer, into Donda Live. And then the next day, Family Ties was out. And Westside, I'm said, this ain't no accident.
Yeah, and then the next day, Donda dropped. He just put he just threw Donda out. He's like, hey, bro, like, here.
I woke up this morning like, wait, what is happening?
There you go.
All morning been on one.
The Lord spoke to him. He said, put it out, it's time.
It's time, my son.
I mean, you can't gather any more moment. Like, you know, waiting an extra week to September 3rd.
Can we talk about Donda Live?
Donda Live?
The live stream the other night?
Oh yeah. I mean, that was a vibe, man. Like the time and effort. What I was thinking about was like, this is very fucking expensive. That's what I was thinking about, just like the amount of people. Because I'm like, bro, even if you was like paying each person that was doing the stepping $100, it's still like, bro, that's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of motherfuckers out there, bro. But
production. It's a production.
Yeah. So it's a lot of overhead, but then like hearing like how much how much
you saw that? You saw what the 3 events generated?
Yeah, bro. So
12 M's.
It's fucking crazy. So I mean, you know.
But Ye's such a sicko. He'll go, Oh, it cost me 12 though to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we broke even.
We broke even.
But
that's a win.
Yeah.
When you have that impact and people are talking about it like that, that breaking even is a win in that space. And I don't know how many people. I feel like there's a certain mentality or a certain forecasting or vision that you got to have to identify it that way. Yeah. Bro, I made 12 and I spent 12.
And I got all the advertisement because before I would have spent, 12 on just advertisement. Mm-hmm. But this way, I made a whole, what's the word I'm looking for? A whole,
marketing plan. It was it was, and so
and I made 12 separate from this. So
yeah.
12 came in.
12 came in
regardless.
Yeah.
So if I spent 12 somewhere else,
I had $60 chicken strips at my event. I made some money.
Yeah. What I was most impressed with was do y'all know how long we've been talking about how few black inventors get to be in beta with shit? We've been having that conversation for a minute.
Yeah.
So he has the first one, and people got jokes. But that red outfit he had on that jacket, that's his Gap drop. They dropped that, right? The music, oh man, I don't know what's going on. It's tight. Oh, by the way, y'all, it's not done. I'm about to go back and mix this shit and add some shit, take some shit away. Like I'm still working on it, but I want to include you because of where I am now. I need a feedback circle, but why not have the people who really fuck with it come be the feedback circle? So be mindful. Every tweet you put up, every meme you posted, every IG post, whatever you said online about those Donda activations was pulled, assessed, and applied. Cause they're turning Ye into fucking Apple. He's been telling you. Trying to be Apple, trying to be Disney. He's been saying it. So all that data that they need, that they to break down, they just pulling on that shit. Say whatever, it don't matter, good, bad, ugly, indifferent, all of it is informative and can be added to this machine that is Ye. So they do the first one. Cool. Break the internet. Do the second one. Cool. Break the internet. This third one though, we done took all that shit, put it into this one, and this gonna be the one. So the stream itself was clear. Nigga, that looked like a movie. How the fuck y'all figure that out? Then you incorporate the animation in it too? All right, this is different. And now the sound quality was through the roof. We watched it at the studio, bro, and it was like, and on the dynos, it's so hard to get anything to sound good on those. Even when you play through Spotify or whatever, it's like shit mixes get exposed. These were coming through the stream, and I'm just like, bro, this is nuts. From a quality control standpoint, from a production that large, to your point, how much did this cost? Because there's just so many moving parts.
Yeah, the sequencing, man. Like,
man.
The fucking sequencing was crazy.
Man.
And then, like, the features, like, how the features were there. Like, which features were there, of course.
Yeah.
And, like, everybody capitalizing on the moment. Like, the baby verse, like, that was, it was a captured moment for whoever you put people on, Like, even if there's controversial, like with the Marilyn Manson and the baby, like both of them, like what they're going through at this moment. So like, even with that, that's just a part of you being able to see in real time an individual, like how they're doing, like how they're capturing emotion, like something that you can hide behind in a company. Yeah. A lot of companies do. It was a person that you can direct that energy towards.
Facts.
But that's not, that's something that companies do all the fucking time.
All the time.
So that wasn't like the biggest of things, but it garnered a shit ton of comments. Yeah. So y'all fell right into that.
and I'm so glad you said that, G. And how what public perception is, what everyday human perception is of good and bad, right and wrong, is that those same rules don't apply in branding and marketing and product building. They don't.
Would y'all ever be in the crowd, like in between songs, just chanting Yeezy?
Would I?
Yeah.
No.
Just checking.
Not on no.
I just want to see like the type of individual that has to be like this, Like I can see like when you're like super excited or whatever, but I don't see like somebody being that excited.
When I was at the what show was that? The one where he had the floating stage.
Not Yeezus. That was that
Same
was Yeezus.
Was it same?
No, that was Life of Pablo.
Life of Pablo?
Yeah.
There was this old white couple next to us. And in between every song, they would be sitting there, Yeezy. It was like the best shit ever.
Oh man.
How indifferent do you have to be as him for that though? Because he's aware. He knows what's happening.
Yeah.
Like he's not checked out. Like these white people don't fuck with me for real, but they do. Like he's tapped in to make them want his shoe. Mm-hmm. That's different. It's just different. That's different. That's different. I feel like I'm missing some. We talked about Westside Gunn. Salute to Hitler Wears Hermes. What number is this? 8?
8 or
8 or 9. Jeez. Westside, we love you, bro.
It's 8.
It's 8, yeah. From the features, Wayne has been showing his ass. So I would like to start with, I had one of the greatest moments of my life. Deuce hits the group chat and goes, I got a surprise for you guys. I just personally got text the Wayne verse. Like they sent it to me to send it to Dave. I said, huh? So we got to hear the Wayne verse early. And I was like, oh, this is mixtape Wayne. And didn't realize that was gonna set up his next few appearances on records where it was like, oh, wow. So the Tyler shit, and this shit on Westside, I'm just like, wait, what? What? Never mind. We know. I think the world knows our Wayne
Fandom
for the pod, yeah, specifically.
Yeah. They said he has 3 in the tuck.
3 projects? Mm. I believe it.
I feel like he always has 3 in the tuck.
Yeah, but that's like, to even acknowledge it after the verses that are come out, then like
it means
that there's a plan involved.
Got it. Okay,
because that was from like Mac and them, so that was like a.
All right. Well, we'll stay on the lookout for Wayne. However, it might not be love, because somebody snitched on his man. Somebody. What is going on with all the snitching shit on this show?
Hey man, it's the porn industry, bro. This shit is public knowledge.
But wait, G, as soon as OnlyFans put out their statement, nigga, I started dying. I was like, so y'all walking it back.
They had to walk that shit back, bro. You know how much money was walking out that door?
That nigga L said they saw who's keeping the lights on.
Bro, nigga, what you mean, nigga? Okay, you just gonna give away a billion ideas? Okay, cool, go ahead.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it ain't gonna stop nothing, because now you
you've opened the door.
You open the door, but then also like you kind of shat on like a large part of your income. Mm-hmm. You know, like you're not putting value in like the porn or just like sex workers or whatever you want to call it
reads as tone deaf.
Yeah,
sex workers. That shit still makes me laugh, bro. I gotta grow up. Fuck.
Yeah, because like it's because the statement that they use is even nasty. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just like the reason why they were doing it was to appease their shareholders, like their investors, basically. Yeah. And it's like, but you know how nasty it is that your investors that do this shit
profit off of
in their like they're all they're doing is they're just Xing out, like they're just taking the like they're trying to basically mark off their competitor. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they're like. You're invested in both pots, but you want to X this one because you are making all this money on this other side. Yeah. So that's why it's nasty, but you're also going to like excommunicate yourself from a large part of your income. And it's still opening. It's still opening. That shit ain't went nowhere. Tyga just sitting back like, hey, come here, bro. Come here. Like,
to me, baby.
Come here.
Who
would you rather work for?
Don't ask me that. Don't ask me that, bro. Tyga openly admitted to how he got his braids. I'm sorry. I'm on sheer principle, I'm gonna have to start there, but eventually it's be Tyga.
Bro, that is an industry thing, bro. Them niggas is all getting their hairlines and getting braids like next day.
But no, you don't. So you don't know the trouble I've seen because I was bald, and then the barber was like, "Fam, like niggas hold on way longer. Why'd you go bald so fast? Like I could fade you, I could blend this. Like come on." And then I trusted him and came on back, and then came outside with a fade, and niggas was like, "Oh, you getting that kind of money now? You getting that kind of money?" Toupee money? Lace front money? Like I'd rather live with that for weeks.
You gotta know what climate you in.
Read the room.
You gotta know what climate you in.
Don't tell me to read the room. don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that.
They already know, man. You know.
That's crazy.
If you come back with braids, bro, you know what's up.
Me with braids is crazy. I'm sorry. That might
but
be
not just
long.
any braids though, just the two.
Because you gotta be long. You gotta be long for
that. You know what I mean? So like the attachments for that.
That's crazy.
That's different.
We got fan questions and we got random shroom questions from Lex. How we want to do this? Because I feel like it's one situation. Cup, what you?
I was just saying, let's start with the fan.
Fan question. It don't count because he fan, but he family. I just seen that nigga yesterday, so I don't feel like calling it a fan question. Elijah, shut up. That is messed up though, because we're outing. Are we? Is that the same as outings? No. Okay. Now I'm wilding. Walk it back.
Hey man,
Focus.
that's the theme. That's the theme of this podcast. Right now.
Focus.
We snitching all day.
It's just drive snitching left, right.
Wait, the video of Tekashi 6ix9ine act in Whack 100, and he does the gun sound. Hung, hung, hung. Whack 100 goes, my nigga. I don't know what kind of guns you playing with, but I ain't never heard a gun sound. I laugh every time that reel comes up. Okay. Fan question. Who are you? Wait, I'm sorry. The fact that I'm even reading this is serious. Fan question. Who you?
Has that nigga put out another podcast since?
That
nigga was gonna take that number 2 and get up out of here.
What did he do? He did that one,
and then he
did
interviewed Shotty.
Yeah. So Shotty.
So what are you gonna do after that?
And then Shotty's a part 1 and a part 2. So he's had 3 episodes. Okay. He over there
cooking.
I feel like he should give Joe some kickback because how he's able to finesse over at Spotify is solely because of Joe. I'm gonna say that. Salute to Joe, Ice, Ish, Parks, Alex, Savon. How they've survived the transition of Rory and Maul leaving. Hopefully them niggas get the credit they deserve for how they've turned it around and how Ish and Ice provide a completely different experience of their show. Not saying it better. I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying with that much of a shift.
Yeah, I can't listen to Ice.
Ice is hilarious, bro.
I can't listen to Ice.
Ice is hilarious. I felt the same way. And then I realized it wasn't an act. And I was like, okay, as long as you're not acting.
Ice just remind me of a person that's always been behind a keyboard. Like this is the first time you get to the first time you get to see a person that's never been outside is
there. There it is.
There you go. That's like a visual. That's a cat that's been like in the basement in his drawers.
Man, it provides such a Mani dynamic because it's not he stand on his square. Mm-hmm. Like it's not
no, you got to.
And not to say that Maul and Rory didn't. It was just always emotional with them at some point where Ice is just like, nigga, I don't care what you talking about. I'm an internet troll. Exactly. I'm about to go do it again. Exactly. And then Ish ain't here for none of Joe shit. Like you don't care. You don't give a fuck what Joe talking about.
Yeah, they have no ties. Yeah. Rory and Maul have plenty of ties.
Yeah, so it creates a Mani dynamic for the show, and I'm really proud. How you gonna be proud of somebody that's lit? I'm inspired by their commitment to surviving adversity, problem solving.
Shout out to Parks, he just got married.
Salute to Parks, definitely, man.
Parks and Rent.
That last episode was great. But the fan question, based off of last week's episode, and some news that dropped this week. Steve Harvey is now a judge too, as well. So.
Oh, is that what dropped?
Yeah. So in lieu of that, per our conversation last week, who are you letting settle your domestic dispute? Steve Harvey or Jerry Springer?
Harvey all day.
Facts.
Harvey all day.
It's a no-brainer. I don't want to see Jerry Springer, fam.
Harvey all day.
This sicko thinking about it. Look at him.
I don't know.
This sicko over here thinking about it.
I don't know.
Because all it takes is for Jerry to try to use some of his old tricks. At least from Harvey, I want to hear him try to figure out a way to like make this sound like commendable,
right?
And he's definitely taking the woman.
Jerry been doing this too long. Wait till you're saying you had sex with it, but you're a man, but you didn't tell. What is going on?
And
but Jerry be framing it like questions, like he's surprised too, like they didn't have a pre-production meeting, like he don't know these stories already. What?
Wait, Harvey a judge?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, man, I don't know.
Steve Harvey.
Because I'm thinking Jerry might on his own show.
Like back on TV or like on Facebook?
No, on TV.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lit.
Yeah.
See what happens when Judge Judy thinks about retiring? See? They just let everybody be a judge.
I would never retire if I was Judge Judy, bro.
No, they let her salary leak out. Now everybody trying to figure that shit out.
Bro, what? Man.
Chips.
Remember when they were talking about that shit in Denver?
What? About
Were you in Congress? Yeah, I think it was in Congress, huh?
What was the conversation?
No, it wasn't Denver. That was out here. My bad. But the conversation about like how much Judge Judy makes or whatever, and like bro, I would never retire off of that.
Oh, sure. I'm going to work every day.
Huh? Bro, she only got to work like 20 days out of the year.
Get a bag.
And she make like 50.
Easy. Think about how long she been on.
Bro, look at those numbers, though. Nigga, I'm never retiring.
20 days.
I'm already retired.
But 20, what you do, 20 days, what you do with the rest? and 50 in the bank.
50 in the
you
bank.
work 20 days out the year and you banked 50. What are you doing with the rest of your year?
I'll probably live on an island or some shit.
Practice knocking my gavel. I just every day.
Walking around.
Boom, boom. Just
I'll probably pre-record so I don't have to work next year.
Wait, so now you got this nigga got 80 episodes banked. What a sicko. They signed a deal. L went and worked 80 days just because he could.
I got it out the way, you know what I'm saying?
I'll see y'all in 5 years, bro.
Just make sure that 50 hit my account every year.
That's it.
Oh man.
Don't you dare leak any.
No, I thought that was hilarious. Lodge sent the TMZ screen capture and everything. Was like, bruh, how we handling this now? Y'all done outed Jerry. Mm-hmm. Now Steve going to get the bag. Who you letting settle your disputes? I thought that nigga's wild.
Steve all day. Steve all day. I just want to hear the shit that come out of his mouth. I want that nigga to give me think like a man theories for my situation. For my situation.
Oh,
I'm going through.
Wow. I didn't see
like him trying to break it down to me on like where I'm fucking up at. And I'm like, you know, it's a two-way street, right?
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. This isn't a fan question. This looks like this is just Lex. This is probably right before the Shrooms kicked in?
No, this was after the Shrooms kicked in.
All of them? I'm starting at the top.
Yeah.
This one just didn't have the Shroom annotation next to it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's why I was like.
Nah, that was me. The very first one is just me. Yeah.
Okay. Has the person you've been in a relationship with ever been mad because you're still cool with the family of your ex?
All the time.
I'll go first. Yes, absolutely.
All the time.
Absolutely.
That shit never work out.
Never, nigga. Don't still be cool with the mama, the daddy, the brother, the aunt. Like, nigga, auntie, I like you. You what,
bro? They really be wanting you to give up like your family though.
Everything.
Like, we cool as fuck. What you mean?
Like that lady co-signed for my first little situation. I can't just be like, fuck her forever. Are you kidding me?
What?
But I think, you know what I think though?
Bro, we have not fucked in ever.
Like there's literally nothing going on with her. But her mom and her daddy, nigga, they held me down when I was like, so that'd be my part. Like, or maybe that ain't everybody's experience. I one of my ex's family really, really like open their whole situation to me. And I don't give a fuck what you say. If they ever need anything, it's up. Like if they ever need anything, and they know that. If they ever need anything, it's nothing moving. However, I got to take responsibility though, because my first situation, moving out of that situation, I didn't quite communicate that as well as I thought I did, or at least in fairness,
you left some things out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. You saved me right there because I was getting ready to do it again.
Yeah.
Nigga left some important details out.
Yeah, you know.
So in fairness to her, now I can't believe nothing, nigga, because you left this important detail out that in hindsight.
That's a cold game when that's your whole that's all your honesty. Man. Got cooked up in one thing.
Hey, it happens. It happens but then I'm such a sicko. So nothing I did for you matters now. Nothing I did. and take that part of the argument on one, nigga. That's when I knew I needed it. I went to therapy immediately after that. I was like, oh, I'm sick. Because she wasn't talking about this awesome birthday she just had, nigga. She talking about this lie you told. Yeah. Stop that.
Bro, you have one opportunity to have a pure relationship.
Yeah.
One.
You got one crack at it.
What?
One crack.
And why niggas always fuck with that purity? What? Like, it's just embedded in niggas to fuck with the purity.
No, and that's the sick part. Nigga, you got all the terrain. Baby, she don't go through your phone. She don't press you. Nah. You lit. Nigga, abuse it. See what happens. See what happens. It's over. Cause you silly. Oh man. No, now she's trying to get your fingerprint when you sleep. you got your hand hanging off the bed. She did a whole ninja move off her side, flipped around the other side to get your fingerprint. Lex, and when I go to sleep, fam, I'm asleep. So she can open my eyeballs and open my phone. Nigga, I'm not moving.
That nigga he go. Hibernation.
What's your experience? Or, I mean, as much as you can share.
Nah, it was like, honestly, that one just popped in my head. Yeah. I was just sitting there thinking about it. I was like, huh.
Yep, absolutely.
The only time it happened to me was like senior year of high school, and my ex, her grandma ended up going to the church that my mom went to.
Okay. And
the next thing you know, the grandma's coming over to the house with my mom, and they
You don't got
cooking.
Nothing. I
don't got nothing to do with none of this.
This ain't my situation.
And then the new chick I was messing with, she was like, "Why that bitch's grandma at your house?" And I'm like, "What?" she tried to talk to your mama to get your mama to have you take that bitch back. I know how these bitches be.
Damn.
The grandma?
She thought the grandma started the intervention?
Bruh. She thought the grandma was masterminding the plot.
Nigga, not thinking
like Corleone?
Not thinking grandma moving crazy.
What?
Grandmas do be moving sick though. Hey, I know a few.
Not because grandmas know when you got something like
when you got a good one.
You got a good one. You know what I mean? Like they come from a different time, they can see through some shit.
And grandma, that's all he did? That's
it.
Exactly. Grandma hit him where it hurt. Girl, that's all he did. That's it. You better, put your big girl panties on to figure it out. You tripping.
You didn't catch a paw?
The funniest part about that conversation, she was like,
"This nigga is crazy." I'm so glad he said it slightly off mic. Oh shit. Oh man.
You better go in there and, you know what
I mean? Oh, that's good.
All right, now the shrooms are kicking in. Would porn stars still be as attractive as they seem
on your favorite site?
On your favorite site if they were not porn stars? No. Absolutely not. That's not, no offense to the porn stars, because some of them look absolutely great. But no. Have you ever just seen one in the airport or at the club randomly or on some regular shit? Completely different experience.
Yeah, it's interesting because they do the opposite. Like, they travel and walk around and do everything like toned all the way down.
Mad regular.
And then like they get all done up for like their work as opposed to like for like other people that's not in that industry. They gotta look right if they traveling. They gotta look right. Like they not trying to tone down shit because they ain't trying to get no random snaps or nothing like that. Like it's like try having an IG model walk around regular. You ain't never seen nothing out of place out of IG model. They ain't put no hair wrap on, none of that shit. In public, nah. Yeah. But that's an interesting question.
And this is a Manny story, and I can't believe I'm telling this, but a girlfriend a long time ago prefaced that because niggas can't have no exes now.
Ex? What? Niggas started with you.
Maybe niggas have never watched porn with their girls before, but definitely caught a wave of that, and it was like, and then it was like the first time doing it, so it was like mind blowing. It was like, yo, this is lit. But she was older than me, so she finessed me. She's like, oh, who your favorite? And nigga, don't have your girl ask you who your favorite porn star is, and then you
rank it up.
Nigga, I had a top 5. I had a own what? Girl, the chat. Let me take you to the chat. This is her classic. This one when I found out about it. This was.
Oh, you was going through the video. Oh shit.
This is the one that was her claim to fame.
This one put her. Hey. You know that Kendrick freestyle that got him on? This was her equivalent of that. This.
Nigga, you better just hit the front page and nigga just scroll down and push one.
No, nigga, I knew the titles. What?
Put your favorite title in, nigga, just go there.
You knew the minute marks?
Oh, right here. Why watch? Bruh, I didn't get halfway through explain, and then at least I could say we've already had the Isla Fox conversation on here, so Isla Fox was top of the top for a long minute for me, and then she was like, she not even cute. I was like, oh, how dare you? Now we argue.
Yeah, that's a gut punch. Don't ever say my favorite porn stars ain't cute.
Nigga, we argue.
Why they doing what they
I don't even know her. Yeah. Now we having a whole argument about Isla Fox.
Bro, you got terrible taste right now.
You can't be trusted.
I don't trust you.
You can't be trusted at all.
Now we 1-1. You might want to give me my trust back.
You might as well give me my trust back.
It's like, you know what? Just because we ain't even in the mood, you can go.
Yeah, I'm over it.
I'm over it. It's cool.
I have a headache. Don't touch me.
No, that will ruin the mood though. Like if it's something I was hella fuck with, like on my own time, and then I wanted to bring you into this special moment, and you came and fuck this up.
And you hating?
All right, I go take my shit elsewhere.
That is hella funny.
Give me my laptop.
Lex, I'm gonna let you. We bodied all those topics, by the way. No, I'll end with that. Lex, you do your random thought.
Oh, okay. The random thought. Now, mind you, this is at 4 a.m, off of the Candyman shit.
Yeah.
And then just off of everything else I just was thinking about at that time.
Yeah.
Are the white people that think that whites should only have sex with other whites because they know as soon as melanin is at it, they are gone, really that bad? For example, if they didn't hate other races or try to kill them, enslave them, try to find a way to go through the mass eradication of every other race, would they really be bad? And then it hit me. I was like, damn, that's hella shit that they be trying to do just so it can be whites only whites.
Bruh, you had a trip.
Oh, it went there.
Bro, he dove all the way in and then pulled himself out for a second for some air, like.
Don't get to the end and be like, damn, that is a lot.
Yeah, he was in there.
Huh. Are they really that bad?
It's like, because if we reverse the roles, and let's say in a strange other world, if for some reason if a black person and a white person had sex, their baby would just be pure white every time. That wouldn't scare black people a little bit? Like, hold on, So, like I said, I don't know. I was high.
Yeah, no. You're going somewhere with that one.
It's like, it's fucked up because you don't want to say it because they did so much bullshit that it's like, how do I have this conversation? And that's what hit me as I was going through that text and writing down all that shit.
Yeah. It's difficult, man, because, all right, so this isn't for all white people, but this is for the evil whites.
The evils.
The evils. the evils. Technically, no. If you're just talking about, for some reason, when it comes to race, like folks, like we've inherited that shit too, where like you want to have it just be purely your race. So like the cross mingling of races, are you saying like if we didn't do that, how weird would this world be? If like literally like all you dealt with was your own, like there was no crossing over whatsoever. How happy do you think people would be?
How happy I think people would be?
Because that means that you're not following like what your like natural, I wouldn't say your natural urges, but like your like what you're actually interested in. Yeah. Because like everybody's not just interested in like what their specific thing, like their specific race or what people expect them to be.
That's interesting.
It puts them on a higher pedestal. Like
what does? Huh? What puts them on a higher pedestal?
When they deal with their own, because like then you'll get like the appreciation from your own people, like in whatever span it is. So that tends to keep people in like keep people in order. Because you think about the amount of hate that you get if you fuck with somebody outside of your race, like immediately. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you got to deal with that from
I want to talk to,
and then you got to deal from your outside.
I want to talk to that's a crazy statement because I have access to them, but the interracial couples about that specifically. Because now there's children involved. Like I know what social norms say. I know what the culture says. I get all that. But it's babies here now. Mm-hmm. Can't really entertain y'all hate like that. Like, we got shit to do. Mm-hmm. But to G's point, you get a little bit more status and a little more uplift and respect amongst your own because you stayed true. Mm-hmm. Is it supposed to be a monolith where we just do away with those that do have interracial marriages and by a product have mixed babies? I don't feel like that. It feels like a reach when it's just like, hey, we're this one thing, this the rules, rock with it. I had to each his own. This is what you what you into, cool. It's not. It ain't me. It's the same way I feel about sexual identity and sexual preference. It's like none of my fucking business.
Mm-hmm. They did a great job on this topic in Atlanta when they was at that house and like the black lady.
Yes.
They did an amazing job on this.
Yes. He's there with the white chick, and the black girl is like just running it down. Like I thought it was awesome.
It was perfect because it was dealing with all the societal like prejudices of it too. Just like you dipped on your people as soon as you got on, and you dealing with a white chick now. And she's like, nah, actually, I was here from the beginning. And he's like, oh, well, you think I have time to you think I have time to wait on somebody like trying to chase their dreams? I ain't got that type of time on my hands. Like,
and that's so.
I want the brother once he gets on to fuck with me at that point. Yeah. Like it's not the whole building it up type thing. Like that's the role that we've always had to play. That's not what we're doing.
But in fairness to black women.
For sure.
Not fairness. Fairness is a shitty word. To provide full context.
To tell the full story, yeah.
To tell the full story, there's an element where that was happening forever. Lift you up, hold you down, support you, and then it few of them did get on and then go, once you get on, you leave your ass for work. Like, we know that story over and over again. But for as many stories as there is those, there are because the black woman especially, is in love and sees the potential in her partner and the man that she's chose, even if he's down at the moment, she sees it. They have a different conversation. They have a completely different dialogue. He's expressed things in ways to her that possibly no one's ever heard. But now she's got to go interface with coworkers, partners. Don't let the mama be bitter. Don't let the granny be bitter. Don't let the cousins be bitter.
Slippery slope.
Girl, you got that nigga, and she like,
As
nah.
soon as y'all on good terms, it's just
he's building an app right now, or he's building his film company. He just bought $20,000 worth of equipment. His computer is high powered. He about to be on his editing shit. He got a bid for he's building a bit. Girl, that's a drink pipe. Leave that, cut that. And then you can't even. What are you supposed to say? Because they think they're protecting her. They don't know that they're projecting. And niggas do it too. Nigga, you got that. Fuck that bitch. No. It's like, nah, bro. Me and her build different. I got a completely different understanding. We got a plan. This is what we're attempting to do. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit.
Yeah, that's where our problem lies in. Like our problem isn't on the whatever status quo she's on. Or
we
whatever.
don't give a shit. That bitch could be living in a shoebox.
Yeah, that's not the thing. That's the thing we do. We
you
deal
know
with
how
the
many
fact
mattresses been on the floor when I pull up the baby house and nigga,
what?
We gonna be right on the floor.
Mattresses, shit, futon.
Nigga, not the futon. The let out.
Not even the you know how they have the futon chairs that fold over to the little chair? Two of those laid out next to each other.
Nah, nigga, the beanbag, nigga. Ooh. Just the oversized beanbag.
Been there. Mm-hmm. Been there.
That shit go to you just go to whatever your body.
However.
Yeah.
Been there.
However you are. Nigga, try to wake up off a beanbag, nigga. How long it take you to get up? But damn, I forgot what I was about to say.
You were saying our problem.
Huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, but our problem is more so on the lines of like when you do find somebody that you fuck with, how hard it is for niggas to accept that shit. You know what I mean? Like the whole the amount of things that you could come up with on just breaking up the union of what it is that you were trying to build or whatever. That's more so what niggas have to do with. That's more of a consistent deal on that side.
Yeah. Well, damn, I had a whole. No, that shit spawned a whole nother question. I forgot that quick. What spawned that, Lex?
Earlier that day, there was a clip on Instagram, and it was a old video clip from this lady. I think it was in the 1970s or 80s, and she was explaining white supremacy and why she wrote a paper on it on a show. And she was talking about how, the race is slowly disappearing just from the mix of melon. And that's why there's this group of evil whites who are so adamant at staying pure, just for the simple fact that and this was back then, they said by 2077 or something like that, there's a chance that there would only be 3% of the population would be white people. So
how much of that do we believe?
Which I'm sure is scary as shit to them.
How realistic is that?
Pretty realistic though. That's the whole thing of the people with that mentality dying off. They have to do so much to try to embed that in their children. As far as completely keeping them away from any person of color. Because naturally people of color, the levels of creativity and things that you'll be attracted to, just personality wise, tends to have you. Over time, you start to realize, oh, this isn't a horrible person as if my parents and grandparents or whatever, right? And then before long, your likes and interests start to change, and the next thing you know, you start acting like this individual, and before you know, you start liking people of that hue, and then now you're fucking with them, and now you're having children with them, and now you don't have your initial purity of your race. And that's literally as evil as that group is. This not. I'm gonna say that's the full group because I do understand why, but because you do it for the Indian cultures and Asian as well. So there's a bunch of different cultures that tend to do it that way.
And she brought that up too.
Yeah.
and she was talking about how
the Patels have like their own dating like circuit. Like anybody that has like the Patel last name, like they literally put them into like it's damn near like a boot camp. But like you get like this spreadsheet, and it has like everything about that individual is on this spreadsheet, and then they match you from there with the Patel, and that's how you keep it within that family scheme or whatever. So that's how they're always going to continue on, is that they literally have that thing down to a science on matching people in order to like keep wealth in whatever group or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what Ye say? Have a baby by Bridget. Oh shit. Okay, wait. Hold up.
Holla.
You're on the Meet the Brave podcast. Please do not say anything to incriminate yourself, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Don't give us corporate voice. Everybody been doing that this morning like they shook for real. LaShar, what's going on? LaShar from Charmaine's World podcast is calling in right now. What are you doing? Wait. So you thought we was acting up yesterday? This who I seen out yesterday. You know?
I was regular.
You was regular?
I was just regular. I was just hanging out, inside. I swear to gosh, thank God for the outside part. Because I wouldn't have made it.
How you feel the next day? How you feel today?
Today, I just need to eat something, but I broke a nail last night, so I'm actually getting my nail fixed.
See, you was wild.
So
That's a good time.
You was being regular and you broke a nail. That ain't regular.
That's a good time.
It was so embarrassing. I don't know. I met this people, they want to talk. If I'm at the bar and this girl, she's like, "Yeah, I'll buy you a drink." I'm like, "For real?" She's like, "Yeah, I'll buy you a drink." I'm not even there to get me a drink. I was getting a friend a drink, and so I didn't want to make her pay for this expensive drink. So I just took whatever. I just picked something. So I get my drink, she pays. Why is my drink in my hand and my nail is on the bar?
Oh.
I was like, oh shit. So I had to grab it real quick before I noticed. It's so embarrassing. Oh my God, it's embarrassing. I didn't do anything.
The club experience for women be so different, so dramatically different. I don't care about nothing. Shoes get stepped on. I got Lupian sauce on my shirt. It don't matter.
I was like, oh no, not right here.
Wait, so real quick before I let you go, because we're gonna wrap up. You have a live show coming up, correct?
I do. It's October 9th, 2020. It's coming up. We're almost a month away.
A month
in like 2 weeks.
Who you got pulling up?
All right, so we have Michaela. She is the co-founder of Queen Media and also author of Reckless Behavior, which is a YouTube series on YouTube. You guys can please go check it out. It's a very good show. It's got some hometown heroes in there. Some people you'll either see or you'll hear some of their music like in the background. It's amazing. And then we also have Kevin Allen, which we're all familiar with,
What he about to be talking about?
This young man was talking about betting on yourself because we had a conversation on Twitter and he pretty much told me that's what I need to do with my life. Yeah. And I was like, it's been like the theme of my year. So betting on yourself and balancing your creativity in everyday life.
Huh. That's dope. That's really dope.
Yes, and we'll have some amazing facilitators there as well because this is a podcast meetup and live show. So the first half will be a meetup. We'll have some different groups talking about, interviewing questions, how to start your podcast, audio, recording, all that great stuff. So we'll have this guy named Manny. I think you know him. you know?
I do. I've never met him before. I've heard.
Yeah, well, a lot of people know him. I'm glad to have him, and we're so connected in so many ways, which is amazing.
That is a trip. My mom was hyped by the way.
Meetup. So that just shows how the whole thing can really work with networking and
full circle.
Working together. Exactly.
Right.
And then we'll have Judges Not Podcast. They'll be there as facilitators. Oakland will be there. And I'm doing this event also with two amazing women from Surviving Adulthood, Tennille and Andy.
Dope.
So it's just a big Bay Area thing. We just need to know who's around, who's doing it, who's creating and work together.
That's amazing, Lashara. I appreciate you. We're excited and just grateful that you are building and expanding the community with intent. I really appreciate you and am a fan and want to support. However, so I'm glad you called in. Well, let's tap in after. We're gonna wrap up and get up out of here. We've been holding up Tunde for way too long. We started like an hour late too. So
listen, it was a long day last night, so I'm not even gonna hold you.
Bet. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Before we go, your man Poe.
Yeah, I saw that.
Your man Poe goes, we're walking out, or we're just having a conversation. And he's like, I ain't letting no nigga fuck up around me. And those words that way just hit different. Mm-hmm. And if you're not from it, if you're not of it, you don't hear the amount of care in that statement. No. And then what he texts us today? Damn, I need to be more mature like y'all and go home. So often, the part of our amazing culture is has propped up doing the wrong thing for so long. Mm-hmm. Like it's a thing. Doing the wrong thing is the thing, and has been for a very long time. Yeah. So much so, in a space of propping up doing the right thing, it could be processed as other, soft, weak, you name it. It's like, nah, I'm just gonna hold you accountable. You're gonna hold me accountable. I know what you got going on. I know what you got. The context was, you were spinning off. You had a situation, and I was like, yeah, nigga, that's how you supposed to do it. Won't do it. I'm like, yeah, that's what I be doing all this shit. He was like, that nigga grabbed me by my shirt. Nigga, you doing what? You blessed. You got a good one. I was like, bro, I was talking about what hurt. What are you? Like, get off my shirt, man. In front of all these people. That nigga, Lex, he really hit me up in front of everybody, bro, because he thought I was on bullshit. I was like, no. I'm talking about within. He was like, wait a minute. And he's like, yeah, because I ain't letting no nigga fuck up around me. And I was like, damn. It just hit different. And the drugs kicking in, it's just like, this hits different. So salute my nigga Poe. We love you.
Nah, big time, man. Big time. You need to have that, checks and balances. You need to have that shit for sure. Right. And luckily we got that shit. You know what I mean? Right. Can't speak for everybody, but luckily we got that shit. So, Right. We're coming from a good, blessed cloth, man.
Earth 2, G.
Yeah, man. Did y'all know about this shit?
That there's a second Earth out there?
What? You wanna know how they doing it, Lex? How they were able to maintain or put together an Earth 2 was by it's all virtual. So it's basically taking on it looks like a fucking Google map. So like it was like if you did like if they took all the pictures of the Google map around the Earth, and now you can bid for tiles, which is like if you were doing this in real life, we don't really have much land left that you can, it's pretty fucking expensive by this point because we've been doing this shit for a long time. Oh. So they're doing it now virtually, where like you purchase tiles and then like that's what you own. Basically,
fucking not Sims. What was the game that looked like that?
Sims.
It was Sims, huh? Damn.
Yeah, so they're doing that, and like it's booming now because like if you go onto the site, it's earth2.io, I believe. I want to say
earth2.io.
Yeah,
earth2.io.
Yeah, I believe it's earth2.io. Yeah, earth2, the number 2 .io. But so you'll go onto it or whatever, and then you could purchase land. So you purchase all this land virtually, and it's just like in the cloud or whatever. But it's up to like $67 a tile now. So like it's moving, and like when you go on there, it'll be like a bunch of different countries that got land over here, on the virtual thing. So like it's interesting to see like where things are maneuvering towards, and like people, like when people got money, bro, you literally do whatever the fuck you want to do with it. So it's interesting because they really believe that it's gonna move into like that space or whatever. So it's like a get in on the ground floor type shit. But
do you doubt them?
Not a fucking chance.
not for
I don't know, because like even like with the US dollar, like it's only as valuable as like what the people's faith or belief in it. You know what I mean? Like that's the reason why like Bitcoin and all that stuff started booming and stuff. It's nothing. It's just a matter of like, can they convince you that it is something, and then like can you put a whole bunch of belief into something, and then it runs the value up. That's really what it is. Like, if we had gold and like people was just like, what the fuck is this? Then the gold's value would go down. And like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that shit? You know what I mean? So like, that's really what this is. It's like, if you can put people's belief behind like everything going virtual and you purchase these goddamn tiles, then yeah, that number's gonna go up. Like that shit didn't start off at 67. That shit started off at a few cents. So it's already garnering value. So I think before long, that should be in the thousands and then hundreds of thousands and shit like that for individual tiles. So yeah, interesting.
It'll always come with some shit that make that. Now my whole week is about to be dedicated to Sims.
The funniest part was I thought Elle was talking about the second Earth that they found out in space.
Wow.
Like identical Earth? Like
it's 2 times bigger than our Earth, but it's like 20 million light years away or some shit like that. But they said just from the looks of it, from what the pictures they have gotten, that it's Earth. Just twice as big, but it's way out there.
Think it's cracking over there yet?
Whatever's on that planet, I don't know. But you got to think, since it's twice as big, if we went there, we'd be crushed because of the gravity.
Thanks, Lex.
It probably has some like wild ass creatures though.
For real. Yeah, it's probably where.
And then probably the people is like the shit from what's the name from Prometheus. Yeah, the big ass individuals. It's just like some giant ass people over there that can deal with the gravity.
When there's a will, when there's a community, there's always a way. Is what I wanted to leave us with today. The value of a community is being able to source the shit you wouldn't be able to otherwise. Not talking about just money. Whatever Lex has, whatever crop G is growing, whatever I can offer to the pot, to the collective, we can really make some shit shake. Tunde, Darius, thank you for having us.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Squad, thank y'all for showing up and being agile. To the folks that are still trying to survive and figure it out, sending you guys love. And then to the people that are allowing access and walking us in the door to better be able to serve those in need in our overall community. Thank you so much. There's a lot of really great people doing a lot of great things. I want to send a special shout out to the educators. I get it. We all went through the school system. We know it's some fucked up teachers, but I had some great teachers. No matter the race, no matter the what, I had some great experiences with some great educators. And I'm thinking about myself now as an adult with my own issues and my own trauma, going to therapy, trying to figure all this shit out. Couldn't imagine teaching nobody kid, let alone having to deal with a parent that isn't complicit, or you don't have to be compliant, but you do have to be willing to collaborate as a parent and as an educator. So those that are dealing with that, on top of COVID, trying to survive.
Nigga, that's what I take them there for.
Don't call my phone. I don't care what that. I don't care what he did on your watch. What are you calling me for? I don't got nothing.
I have a whole 8 hours without my kid. And you figure that shit out.
You figure it out. Oh man. So that's exactly it, G. So thank you to the educators that are back. This will be their 3rd week of school, and
you come back in, I'm gonna be whooping your ass.
I know it hasn't been easy. I know it hasn't been easy, but we appreciate you. And not that no kids are listening to the show.
I would love to hear from I would love to hear from the educators on like
the real though. Real.
like on how many times has like a parent offered to whoop that ass. Like put the ass whipping on the table.
Oh, we'll have Reed come tell us. He talks about getting into it with parents all the time when he was educated. He's like, yeah, that happened religiously. You know.
Cause he was in the town.
He was in the town.
Oh yeah.
He was in the town. But he said it was something about matching the energy that made them just go, oh, I fuck with you.
That's what life's about.
He's like, just match the energy, and y'all got to understand it from here on out. And I think that's also a part of the community aspect where it's like, I'm not calling the police on you. This not about to be nothing judicial. I'll whoop your ass and then still teach your kid. You good?
Because it's about the kid when it's all said and done.
Yeah, when it's all said and done, it's about the kid, but I'll whoop your ass.
Preferably, I would like to whip your ass away from your kid.
I don't need this on your conscience.
Because that could only end in death at that point. Because like, you can't get your respect back in the house.
Right. So, with all that, always went up top. Salute to the community. We love you. It's been another episode of the Meet the Brave podcast, and we will see y'all next week.
Love.
Yes.